turn next to the Supreme Court, hearing a case challenging a federal law that prosecutors have been using to charge hundreds of January 6th Capitol rioters, as well as Donald Trump. Now that law is being questioned, how it's being used, and the justices appear to be divided on this. ABC's David Muir at the Supreme Court tonight.
Tonight, justices at the Supreme Court appear divided over one of the key charges brought against January 6 protesters and against Donald Trump. The question whether the U.S. government can bring felony obstruction charges in relation to January 6th. The answer could imperil a key part of Special Counsel Jack Smith's election interference case against Trump and upend the prosecution of more than 350 participants in the Capitol attack, possibly leading to reduced sentences in some cases. At issue is whether a law enacted to prevent the destruction of evidence in financial crimes, carrying up to 20 years in prison, can be applied to those who disrupted certification of the 2020 presidential election. Joseph Fisher, a former police officer who breached the Capitol that day, brought the case, his attorney arguing the Justice Department has gone too far.
Attempting to stop a vote count or something like that is a very different act than actually changing a document or altering a document.
The court's conservative majority appeared sympathetic to the police officer's case.
Would a heckler in today's audience qualify, or at the State of the Union address? Would pulling a fire alarm before a vote qualify for 20 years in federal prison?
The court's liberal members focused on the plain text, which makes it a crime to obstruct, influence, or impede any official proceeding.
There are ways, multiple ways, in which the drafters could have made it clear that they intended to also operate only in the sphere of evidence spoliation. But it doesn't do that.
David, 2 of the 4 charges against former President Trump in the election interference case involve this same law. If the justices side with that police officer, Trump's attorneys could move to toss out the obstruction charges. He could still be prosecuted on the other charges, but that, David, will depend on the much bigger question of presidential immunity, which the Supreme Court will take up next week. David?
In the coming days, and you'll be watching that as well for us. Devin Dwyer tonight. Devin, thank you.